Good morning to all the third BCom computers and general students. The subject is banking theory and practice. Okay, this is another theory subject for 80 marks. Already we are dealing with the subject and welcome all the students. I request all the students to come listen the class and concentrate the class. Concentrate the class. So the topic today is about paying banker. The topic is about the paying banker today. Okay, so what is the meaning of the paying banker? We are going to see now the meaning of the paying banker. If you talk, a banker on whom a check is drawn should pay the check when it is presented for the payment. So, check is drawn on whom or who is giving the check and who is going to pay the amount. The banker is going to pay the person, the paying banker means where the check is presented and which bank is paying the amount comes under paying banker. Suppose you have the account in SBI. Okay, you have the account in SBI and you gave the check of SBI and this SBI check has encashed in Punjab National Bank. So who is paying the amount now? Punjab National Bank is paying the amount. So paying banker is who now? Punjab National Bank is a paying banker. So a banker on whom a check is drawn should pay the check when it is presented for the payment. This check paying function is a distinguished one of the banker. So it plays a very important role of the paying banker when it is going to present the check. This obligation has imposed on him by section 31 of Negotiable Instrument Act. According to Negotiable Instrument Act of 1881, section 31 is explaining what are the obligations, the rules, duties which are given to the paying banker. I repeat, according to which section? Section 31 of Negotiable Instrument Act of 1981. A banker is bound to honor his customer's check. So who is responsible? Banker is having some responsibility to honor, to present, to give the encash the amount which is there on the check to its customer. That is the meaning here. A banker is bound to honor his customer's check. Precautions before honoring a check. So before the check you are going to give the cash on the particular check. So the banker who is giving the amount should check few things. What he should check? Presentation of the check, first point. How the check is presented. Which type of check it is. Whether it is a open check or a crossed check or post-dated check or anti-check, mutilated check or a stale check. Which type of check it is. Branch. Okay, which branch is written on that, from which branch the check is coming. Account, details of the particular account, whether it is existing with the related customer or not. Banking hours, what are the banking hours? Within the banking hours only, the check should be presented in the bank. After the banking hours, if the check is presented, the people are not, the bank people are not going to pay. Mutilation, if the check has been torn into pieces. So that type of the check. So these are the presentation of check. Presentation of check is of how many types? 5 types. So types of check we will see in detail. First type of the check. Before honoring a check, he must find out the check type which it belongs to. What is telling here? Check may be generally 2 types. Open or crossed check. Open check means what? On the left hand side corner of the check, if the 2 lines are not drawn, then it is called as an open check. If 2 lines are drawn across the check, means they are called as a crossed check. It is open check. The payment may be made at the counter. Suppose lines are not drawn on the check, means the person who is coming to take the amount, at the same time it is paid at the counter. Suppose it is crossed check, the payment must be made only to the fellow banker. In the particular banker's account or in the banker's name only, the account is going to be transferred or credited if it is a crossed check. You are able to get? Crossed check means cash is not given, it is going to transfer the amount to the concerned account. Whereas open check means cash is going to be paid at the counter. If it is specially crossed, suppose in that crossing means 2 lines. 2 parallel lines across the checks are drawn, means they are called as a crossed check. So crossed check, sometimes they can write the name of the company, name of the person, etc. So if it is specially crossed, the payment should be made only to that banker in whose favor it has been specially crossed, on whose name the check is given. On that particular person only, the person's account only, the amount is going to be credited. If there is a account payee and not negotiable crossing, the paying banker need not worry, as they are the directions only to the collecting banker. Account payee means the person who is coming to the bank can collect the amount, not negotiable crossing. Any changes are there on that? They are giving the directions to the paying banker. Next, branch. Then the paying banker should see whether the check is drawn on the branch, whether the account is kept. So where the account of the customer is existing, there the amount is paid or not, you should check the bank account. If it is drawn on another bank without any prior arrangements, that bank can safely return the check. So which 7 banks which are not there in the jurisdiction of this bank's list and that name of the bank is mentioned, means bank is not going to pay the check amount, it is going to return the check. Third point is account. Even if the same branch, the customer might open 2 or more accounts. In one bank he can have 2 or more accounts. For each account a separate checkbook would have been issued. So for each account 2 checkbooks are given. So hence the paying banker should see that the check of one account is not used for withdrawing the money for another account. It is clear, I think. So which account checkbook, for that process only it should be used. One account checkbook should not be used for the another account. Banking hours. The paying banker also should note that the check is presented during the banking hours on business days, on working days within the banking hours. Payment outside the bank hours does not amount to the payment in due course. So after the banking hours, after 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, if they come and they want the cash, means the banking hours are closed, so they are not going to pay the amount. Mutilation. If the check is torn into pieces, what is the meaning of mutilation? If the check has been torn into pieces or cancelled or mutilated, then the paying banker should not honor it. Suppose the check is torn, means the paying banker should not pay the amount. First point. He should return the check for the drawer's confirmation. So who gave the check? For that person, he should return it for the complete confirmation whether the check has been torn in the person who gave the check itself or not. Next, in case a check is torn accidentally, the drawer must confirm it by writing such words as accidentally torn by me and taken full sign. So third point, one option he is giving. What is the option? By mistake, small children tore the check. So the person who issued the check, who gave the check, should give a small letter that accidentally the check has been torn in his hands only, and full sign of that particular person should be taken. Then only they can give the check. They can accept the check and they can pay the amount. A check torn into pieces, 2 or more pieces, is generally returned with a remark called as a mutilated. What is the meaning of mutilation? If the check has been torn into 2 or more pieces, means the check is not going to be accepted, it is going to be returned. So that type of check is called as a mutilation. Clear? Second thing, forms of check. First point was what? Type of check. Now we are learning about the forms of the check. So forms of the check is printed form, unconditional order, date, amount, material alteration. I repeat, forms of check means printed form, unconditional order, date, amount, material alteration. So printed form means what? The check must be proper form. It must satisfy all the requirements of the law. The customer should draw the check only on the printed leaves supplied by the banker. From the checkbook itself, the checkbook which is given by the bank and the bank which is giving the checkbook with printed details, that check only should be used. Unconditional order. The check should not contain any condition. If it is conditional one, the paying banker work becomes critical and cannot honor the check. Unconditional means anything is written, especially anything is written extraordinary means the paying banker cannot accept the check, he is going to return the check. So printed form, unconditional order. Next is date. Before honor the check, the day banker should check the date of the check. Date of the check means what here forms, it is different types of dates are going to be there on the check. The banker should check the date. If it is undated, that is invalid instrument. Antedated check, stale check, post-dated check, mutilated check. Just now I said you mutilated means the check which is torn into 2 or more pieces means which is called as a mutilated check. Before honoring a check, the bank must see whether the date of the instrument is undated. It cannot be regarded as valid instrument. If the check is antedated, it may be present paid. It has become stale by that time. Okay, antedated. The date is far away, but the person came for the encashment means antedated check. Stale check. Check life is, previously it was 6 months. Now it is 3 months. Within these 3 months, he can encash. Okay. So after the date it becomes a stale check. Post-dated check. Okay. A check which is presented after 6 months from the date of the issue is called as what? Stale check. If a check is post-dated, he should honor it only on its due date. So 2-3 months later it is mentioned means on that particular date only he should encash the check. If 6 months is over means it comes under the stale check. Okay, amount should be stated in figures and in words both. According to section 18 of Negotiable Instrument Act, if the check is only in figures, it is dishonored. If it is only in words, it is honored. You are able to get the point here. You should write in numericals, that is in numbers as well as in the alphabets. If both are there, easily the check is going to be accepted. If only words is written also, the check is going to be accepted. Only numerical numbers if you wrote means the check is going to be dishonored. According to which section? Section 18 of Negotiable Instrument Act. Clear? Next, fifth point. What is material alteration? A paying banker should be very careful in finding out the alteration that may be appearing on the check. If any alteration has been return the check, if the alteration is confirmed with the full signature, then the banker can have no objection to honor it. If he finds any date, any overwriting in place of date, in place of amount, or the signature is little bit different, or account number is little bit different, any type of changes, okay, double time written or overwritings are existing on the check means the paying banker are not going to accept the check. He is going to return the check. It is called as a material alteration. Next, signature of the drawer is also plays a very important role. The paying banker should verify the sign whether it is original or forgery. Forgery means by mistake wrongly some other people are keeping the signature of the original person means it comes under forgery. He cannot get protection under section 85 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 if he did not check it. So paying banker should check whether it is the original signature matching with the account holder or not. He should check. Suppose unknowingly by negligence if he did not check the signature and he paid means the paying banker is not getting any protection according to section 85 of Negotiable Instrument Act. Next, endorsement of legal bar. This is called as a garnishee order. Minor precautions are also some more points what the paying banker should keep in mind. Endorsement is one. Legal bar is one. Legal bar is also called as a garnishee order. Next one is a minor precautions. So circumstances and the check can be dishonored. Countermanding. Notice of death of the customer. Notice if insolvency. Notice of insanity means the person became mad. Notice of garnishee order. Garnishee order means what? Court order. Court is giving the order that he should not pay the amount or the account holder should not use his account or withdraw the amount. That type of order is given by the court means it is called as a garnishee order. Notice of the assignment to other person. breach of trust in deed, okay, partnership misagreement, defective title, other grounds. In such cases, what is happening? They are not giving the cash. For whom they are not giving the cash? For the people. The account holder cannot use the check account balance which is existing. So these are the places where account holder cannot use the amount. In case of countermanding, in case of death of the customer, notice of insolvency, notice of insanity, garnishee order, notice of assignment, breach of trust in deed, defective title and other grounds. So what is meaning of countermanding? Countermanding is an instrument given by the customer to the banker not to honor the checks issued by him. So who is giving the order here? The person who is in the account, who is the account holder of the bank. He is giving a return note to the bank that if anyone comes and presents a check, please don't honor such type of checks, which is returned and given by the account holder, means it is called as a countermanding. Countermanding should be clear in writing. It should be returned by the person, that is the account holder only. When such order is received, the banker must refuse to pay the check. So if such type of order is received from the account holder, means the banker is not going to pay any type of checks. That is the meaning of countermanding. I repeat, countermanding means account holder is clearly giving a letter to the banker that any checks should be presented by any person should not be accepted and check should not be encashed. Clear? Next point is also there, that is garnishee order. Garnishee order means what I said you, if bank court is giving the order. Okay, why the court is going to give the order? Because if the person took the loan and he did not pay the loan amount, but some amount is existing in the bank account. So he, unless and until the loan is going to be cleared, the account holder cannot use that amount. So bank is not directly keeping some restriction on that. It is going to inform to the law, that is court is going to send the order. That is called as a what is that called as? It is called as a garnishee order. Okay, what is the meaning of receipt death of the customer? So the person is the account holder dead, means they should give the letter and automatically it is going to be cancelled. Next, insolvency means once the banker has knowledge of insolvency of a customer, he must refuse to pay the check. Usually the banker will serve with the notice of presentation or petition upon which to take the necessary action. Insolvency, he is dropping down, okay, from the business or from the account. Upon the receipt of notice of insanity, when a banker receives notice of customer's insanity, is justified refusing to pay the check to him. Insanity means what? The person became mad and he can't use the bank account. Clear? Next, trust in deed. In case of trust occurred, more knowledge of the customer intention to use the trust funds for his personal use is a sufficient reason to dishonor the check. Defective title, if the person who brings a check for the payment has no title on it, so that type of checks the banker cannot be presented. Other grounds means what? A conditional one, stale check, post dated check, mutilated check, okay, presented during the check is presented after the banking hours. Okay, if the words and figures are different, what is written in numbers and what is written in words are different, means check cannot be honored. Okay, if there is no sufficient balance in the account also, the checks are not going to be honored. If the signature of the customer is forged, signature of the customer is different, means he is not going to honor the check. If a crossed check is presented at the counter, if the crossed check means what? Account transfer, the amount is going to be credited in the particular account. So crossed check cannot be paid at the counter. So in such situations, the check is not going to be honored, which is called as a dishonor. Other grounds. I hope you people understood the class. I request all the students to concentrate on the classes and please listen the classes. If possible, try to make the note of the important points which are explained in the classes, because there is no duration for explaining once again or repeating. Okay, thank you students. Please concentrate on the classes.